right, it's off to get some bear bags. There we go. You can see it's still dark in the woods. It is only 6 a.m. But our bags are there. Food for another day. That means we're making it to weed. Touchdown.
Yay!
That ended up being a pretty good night. It got a little bit cooler, but the humidity stayed up. But it was tolerable because the actual temperature was cooler. So through the night we heard loons just calling all night long, which was pretty amazing. Justin heard wolves, and we heard owls as well. And something was scampering around my tent all night. I don't know what it was, but you'd hear it run in, you hear it run out.
Probably another red squirrel.
Yeah, checking me out.
Yeah.
So, but now we're just having breakfast. Gonna try to get on the trail a bit early because we want to beat that afternoon heat. We're about 10.5 kilometers today to Weed 1. Well, we are just about done. Finished packing up. It is just after 8 o'clock in the morning. So we will be heading out shortly, hitting that trail. The temperatures are already soaring. We're sweating just taking down camp. And yeah, so it's promising to be a warm one, but it is supposed to be a nice day. To maybe rain tomorrow. We've haven't been able to check the weather since we the forecast since we got in the woods. So, but yeah, tomorrow's supposed to rain and hopefully bring down the temperatures a little bit. One last view of the beautiful Clara Lake before we head out. We are minutes away from departure, and one thing we've noticed here on this site is these frogs. They're pretty brave. They let you get pretty darn close. In fact, when Justin was sitting here with his feet in the water yesterday, a frog just came right up beside him and sat beside his foot for like an hour. It didn't even care. So, but the leeches didn't care either, so the leeches came up to where his feet were, which is why we didn't swim. And we're off on the trail again for another another 10K, just over 10, off to Weed Lake. And it'll be my first time on this site, so I'm excited to see what it looks like. But we're going to take more breaks today so we don't get quite so exhausted in the heat like we did yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
So right now, temperature's not horrible. It's just the humidity. But again, when you're in the canopy, it feels a lot better than when you're in the direct sunlight.
Boy.
All right, here we go, man.
Woo!
Okay, we're at the fork in the road off our side trail, and now turning to be on the second loop again, heading north towards, I believe the first lake is McCormick. See water down there through the trees. So I believe that's McCormick Lake. And then the next one is Cashel. And then Pincher. So here we have a beaver dam holding back all this water. It's doing a good job.
That's 2 beaver dams.
Yeah, one up there and one here. But we're going to cross here. And again, water level is very, very low, which is nice.
made it across dry.
Yay! Good job. And we've reached Cashel Lake. Hopefully we'll get closer than this. Right now you can see it through the trees there. Here, coming around to the north end of Cashel. Looks like we have a bit of a boardwalk through the grass here. That should make our pant legs nice and wet. I gotta be careful here. The grass sort of obscures, ooh, sinks down there. The grass kind of obscures the boardwalk. So just gotta be careful. And actually that wasn't too bad at all. Probably because there's not a lot of water. And we didn't even get wet.
Nope.
Not today.
A little bit of dew on the pants, but
Yeah, not as bad as yesterday.
no, not as bad as yesterday.
Okay, so we're coming up to the sign here for Cashel Lake. And you can see it through the trees. Beautiful, beautiful. And the trail through here is really nice too. A lot of ferns. So much greenery. I love it. The breeze feels a little bit cooler today. At the moment anyway. So that certainly is a nice treat. I doubt it's visible, but on the water there is all the lily pads with the white flowers. Absolutely stunning. Okay, we are saying goodbye to Cashel. Back there through the trees. We're now on our way to Pincher. And the plan is to stop and have a break at Pincher for a bit on that Site 3 if it's available. And drink a ton of water and then refill our bottles there. Because the humidity is crazy right now. We're just soaked with sweat. And we're not even 3 kilometers in yet. So we're going to make sure that we're safe today. I got sick on Saturday. Justin got sick yesterday. Both heat related. So we're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen again today. What a happy joy. We have reached where the second and third loop join. So second loop that way, third loop straight ahead, which we are going to do. We're going to see that Pincher Site 3 is open and take our break there. And like I said, we're going to drink tons of water and then refill. Okay, we are at Site 3 on Pincher Lake, and the initial glance doesn't look like anybody's here. So we are going to go on site, have our break. Yeah, tent pads are clear. Don't see anybody at the benches. Yeah. So we get to have a break here at this gorgeous place with the incredible views we showed last time. Woo-wee, look at that. We're back on the trail, still at Pincher Lake. Now heading over to Stammer, or Stutter, I should say. Stutter first, then Stammer. Stammer has that big climb that we have to do. Not looking forward to that. All right, here we have Everest again. What we called Everest in our last video anyway. So I'm going to make my way up. And then Justin will. And again, it's not nearly as muddy or wet or anything, so the main path is actually pretty clear. Except the step's too big here. There we go. Whew. I did it. Now to rest. Okay, we've made it to Stutter Lake, our next waypoint today. There it is through the trees, but I know we're not going to get a better view of it than that in the distance. What's going on, Justin?
Hurting a little from this heat.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think that heat stroke, that bit of heat stroke yesterday got to me.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that Justin had a bit of heat stroke yesterday because he got to the site. He was not feeling good. He couldn't drink. He couldn't eat. He started throwing up. His vision got funny. He started seeing like everything started waving in his vision. He got really tired. So we did everything we could to cool him down, and he had to have a nap for a bit. And so he did feel better, but we've made the difficult decision that we're going to get to site today, and we're going to get a message out to some of the family, to someone to come get us at Rain Lake Access Point tomorrow. So hopefully someone can be there, because if not, we're going to Rain Lake anyway. We're going to camp there till someone can get us. But we're not taking any chances. We're not going to Brown and Rainbow Lake, which is deep in the backcountry, and maybe have an emergency, right? It's not worth it. So this way we're around again to do this another day.
When it's a little cooler next time.
Yeah, man, not in a heat wave.
Yeah. Yeah. When there's heat warnings out.
Yep. So it's been rough. We've taken a lot of breaks today already. But we're going to keep taking those breaks because it's well worth it. And we've got that big hill coming at Stammer.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've arrived at the hill we've been dreading. So we're actually going to take a little bit of a break first before we climb it. And then we're going to take a break after we climb it. That's just how it's going to work today.
Down there.
What is it?
Smoke on the ground. Fire.
Oh,
That's in the woods.
okay.
We can't leave that there.
No, I know. Here. You stay here. Hold on for a sec if you can. Can you hang on? I'll go. I want to take my bag off a sec. Come on. Okay, we see smoke and we see a fire on the ground, so we're going to try to put it out. Can you believe this? Okay, so Justin and I were able to smell some smoke. And we're like, there's no campsites around here, so that's a little weird. And we found a spot over here on the ground that's burning. Now that, of course, we're up the hill a bit, so I dropped my backpack. I have a big Ziploc bag. Stammer Lake is there. Gonna see if I can drench this fire out, because this could turn into a big forest fire. We can't just leave it. I gotta get my way over to it. It's not on the trail. It's over here. This is what we wanted today, right? Don't need a forest fire going crazy. Here we go. Let me turn this around. My adrenaline's going. Tell me if I'm getting near it, Justin. Am I getting near it? Huh. Oh, I see it. Oh my God, if it gets to this stuff. Yeah, okay. So through here. Oh my gosh. This whole area is burning. Look at that. I gotta try to put this out. Well, this is where you get your forest fires from. Well, luckily, Stammer Lake is right there. Look at it glow. Okay. Burned out a whole area here. Okay. Let's put this here. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put this out now. That piece there looks to be the worst. Dark over here too. Yeah, it looks like somebody had a campfire. Yep. Like right there, looks like somebody had built a fire pit, and it's coming out of that. Come on, people. You can't just come back here and make fires. This is what happens. This is probably burning under the ground. Got to get all along these edges too, because it could be burning under the ground. So you can see, right here's the stones. And it looks like someone had a fire here because I can see all the burnt ash from the fire. And they didn't put it out properly, and now it's been spreading across underground. So I just spent an hour pouring water on this thing, and I think it's out. I poured water all along the edges. I moved the log so that I could get all sides of it because it was really burning. And in here, I just soaked everything again and again, and I think it's out. But I gotta call it because Justin's not feeling good. I need to get him to site so I can make the phone call to family to come pick us up the next day to get him out. So I think I've done everything I can do here. Do I know for a fact that this is caused by a person? No. But there is evidence to say that it was, because one, there's the stones there that look like they were part of a fire pit. They're burned, and there's some ashes around, and there was ashes here too, and I doused those as well just to make sure that they weren't hot. So I mean, there hasn't been lightning or anything in here in the park for at least 3 days that I've been here. And honestly, Justin and I have been to 2 different sites, one last trip, one this trip, and the fire pit was still so hot I could just put wood in it and start a fire again. So I don't know, some people just aren't dousing their fires, and I believe that's the case here. This isn't even a campsite, but this is what can happen. So luckily we came across it, and now it appears to be out. I hope, fingers crossed. I'll report it at the gate when I get there, just to make sure, because I don't know, I mean, it could be deeper underground, still burning, but I don't see any more smoke, and I don't hear any more hissing, and I gotta call it. I don't want to go, but I also gotta look out for Justin. So all right, let's keep the adventure going. All right, here we go. We're climbing the hill again, but at least a little rested before making this big climb.
When I'm making it up, so I'm looking, okay, where do I put my foot back down?
All right, well, here's the view again of Stammer Lake from the top. And I say again because I was just here a month ago with Justin looking at this beautiful view. It's a nice little area, except you have to climb to get to it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So we say bye to Stammer and kind of good riddance. We'll continue now because our next major waypoint is going to be Weed Lake, and that's where we're staying tonight. All right, looks like we're going down. I'd like to walk down though, not roll. So we got to be careful. There we have a pond through the trees, but I don't know the name of it. It's not on any of the maps that I have. The heat, I got a mosquito in my eye. The heat is absolutely oppressive. Now we're in the woods here and not even a breeze. And the sweat is just pouring off us. So hot. Even with drinking all the water, it's just so hot. Well, we're walking alongside Weed Lake now, through the trees, down the hill. We could see it a little bit. So, we made it to site. So, well, close anyway. I mean, I can't say we made it. We're going to make it, right, Justin?
Oh, we're going to make it, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going to make it to site. And then I'm going to make the message home to get someone to pick us up tomorrow. The Rain Lake access isn't a hard hike, so we should be able to do that. No problem, since it's 8 kilometers of flat ground. So, I don't want to make that call tonight, but I think we're going to need to, and I'm like slipping in mud right now. This is the muddiest bit we've seen yet.
Oh.
I didn't make it. I ended up in the mud. Justin, do better.
Try.
That's what I get for talking and filming and trying to navigate mud. Much better.
Yay!
Woo. I feel ya.
Yeah.
But I can see Weed Lake through the trees. We're so close.
Almost there.
Just gotta do this hill.
Almost there.
Yeah. Without a heavy backpack and without hiking all day, those kind of hills are usually a breeze, but not today. All right, we are back to the big descent, which is not as bad as it looks. As you come through here, and then you have a look over here, and you're okay. Whew. There we go. Tricky. That step's a doozy. But you can see the lake clearly now. So we're very close to our site, which is a very exciting thought. It's been a very long day. We're about 6.5 hours in. I mean, we had to stop for an hour for that fire, but still, we left our old site 6.5 hours ago. Look at these rocks, isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it's just incredible. Beautiful, beautiful. So green through here. Sun right there, making it so hot. It is supposed to rain tomorrow, so it might bring the temperatures down a bit. I don't know. That forecast is a few days old, so I don't know if it's still going to rain tomorrow. I've got cobwebs all in my hair. Oh, I can feel them pulling. Yeah. We got some heat stroke, I think, a little bit. Poor guy. Okay, so we've made it to Site 1 on Weed Lake, which is the only site on this lake. Let's get Justin down there so we can get him swimming and cool down a little bit. Hopefully it's a nice site with some access to water. I've never been here, never looked at it, so I'm really hopeful. Jeepers, I've never seen a site with such a steep entrance. Wow. Might be safer to go that way, Justin.
Okay.
Looks like a tent pad right there. There's plenty of trees for his hammock. Here's our benches. Good job, Justin.
Made it.
I know that was not an easy task for you today.
Nope.
Let's get you cooled down.
Yeah.
And fluid filled. All right, I'm just gonna take a peek around the site. Looks like a good tent pad over there as well. It's also the way to the toilet. Well, let's go down here and see what our water access looks like. Looks like one spot we can approach the water. I almost fell. Have to be careful. Oh, look, someone left garbage. Nice. I love that when I see it. Okay, well, we can get in. It goes pretty deep pretty quick. So, get in for, I mean, there's weeds around here. I'm sure there's leeches, but if we can at least get a dip and then out, would be good. I'm gonna set up my tent now because it's completely clouded over. It's not supposed to rain today, but it might, and so I don't want to take any chances. So I am going to set up my tent right here. One last night. So if you see that I have one pant leg up, it's because the water access here is terrible for getting your water. So you actually have to go in the water to get to deep enough water that doesn't have seaweed around it so you can get clean water. So that's why that's rolled up. Justin, here to do a wellness check.
Hi.
It's 5:30.
All right.
You feeling a little bit better, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Sound asleep, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
$1,000
That's what you had yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our messages are sent. Our ride pickup for tomorrow is going to be here. Well, we have to hike 12 or 13 kilometers to get out. But 8 kilometers of that is on the Rain Lake Access Trail. So we're going to do our best to get out with Justin in one piece. For our last dinner out in the woods today, I have Mountain House classic spaghetti with meat sauce, and I gotta say it's really, really good. I'm enjoying it. Tastes exactly like I would expect. So, what do you have tonight, Justin?
I have spicy sausage pasta from
Nice.
Alpine.
Very good.
Yeah.
Justin's gonna try to eat because he needs the energy, but he's still feeling pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he slept for about 45 minutes, but still felt kind of pukey. So he's trying to just get some energy anyway,
Yeah.
some electrolytes in him, and
Trying to get some stuff in me.
yep. So tomorrow we're gonna do that hike out to Rain Lake Access. Like I said earlier, 13 or 14 kilometers.
The first 5-6K are in the bush, and then the rest should be easy.
Yep. And it might be raining tomorrow, so if it is, then I mean that'll feel okay for hiking.
They'll cool us down at least.
Yep.
Hopefully, anyways.
So, but the breeze is definitely cooler now. The sun's still pretty hot, and the humidity's still in the air. But overall, can't complain at all. It's kind of beautiful right now.
Yeah.
So we'll enjoy our last dinner and then relax. Justin, time to wake up. Good morning. It's a cloudy morning, it looks like.
Yeah.
But it's not raining yet. As long as it doesn't rain until we get our tents torn down. Well, since it looks like it might rain, and it is forecasted to, but it's not yet, I'm going to tear my tent down right away so I don't have to do that in the rain if it comes. this, Justin?
I'm ready.
One last hike out, man.
One last hike.
Let's do this.
Do it.
So this site has a pretty steep climb to get out of it. As you can see. So when you're tired and you're just starting your day, you get to do a great big climb. I was not a fan of this site. All right, so we are now on the trail again, heading now to our emergency pickup at the Rain Lake access point. Justin's mom is coming to get us, and bring me back to my car at the Western Uplands Trailhead off Highway 60. Yeah, Justin and I had to make this very difficult call because you don't play around with heat stroke, and he's been pretty sick, throwing up a lot, head pounding, blurry vision, not being able to eat or drink. And these are all signs that it's not safe to continue, especially heading over to Brown and Rainbow, which is deeper into the backcountry. So we're going to do the safe thing so that we can hike again. Another day.
Yepers.
Well, since Weed Lake Site 1 is very close to the end of the lake, the north end, there's the end of it right there. And of course, through the trees, Islet Lake. So now we're going to make our way along the eastern edge of Islet Lake, north towards the Rain Lake access point. The trail, anyway. Here we have the sign for Islet Lake. The memories of the beach on Site 2. What great memories. That was a lot of fun. But we did it on Maggie 3 as well, so now we have those memories. With the cloud cover and with the rain supposed to be coming, the humidity is super high today. I mean, we're only 20 minutes into this thing and almost drenched with sweat already.
You can just see it beating on my arms already.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So, you know, I talked before about how every month is different. Well, I don't think I'll be hiking in August again because really the birds, there's not many. You don't hear a lot of bird song at all. It's so hot and humid. It's just, it takes it all out of you. So far, August has been my least enjoyable month to be hiking on the Western Uplands. Now I know September, my next trip, is going to be great because, you know, even at night it'll get a bit cooler, where now at nighttime you're just laying there with as little clothing on as possible. And the second you move, you start sweating. So at no point are you ever able to cool down. But now I know, lesson learned. Okay, so here's the emergency site on Islet Lake where we took a break last time. Today, we're just going past. Let's take a second to look at Islet Lake in the morning. So beautiful. We are just passing Site 1 on Islet Lake. Oh, we're making pretty good progress. We just passed the 2-kilometer mark. So we are getting closer and closer to the end game. And there's people on Site 1, so we're not going to go on there. But here it is. The entrance to Site 1. And of course, the beautiful forest around it. Yep, I just fell in the mud. Oh, and it stinks. It smells so bad. Do I have everything still? Bag looks closed?
Like yeah, you got your water still.
Yep. There's my boots. I just fell in the mud. That's my first fall in the park ever. You know, we're heading in the right direction. I'm down, apparently. Oh, that hurt. Was walking along the path here, and with my weight, the ground gave way, and I just fell down to there.
Mark.
Hey, you gotta have some fun while you're out here.
Yeah.
And now we're coming up to Site 2 on Islet Lake. Not much further to go. Okay, so we are coming up to Site 3, Islet Lake. And since it looks like nobody's there, we're going to take our backpacks off and chill out for a little bit. Have some water. Sun's come out, so maybe it's not going to rain. Ooh. I mean, you got to go down this hill for water access too. Look at that. But here's the benches where we shall sit for a little bit. I'm not sure what this is, but we got some runes on the wood here, and then somebody has made like some sort of an altar type of thing here. And apparently a battery is sacrificial. Feathers, stone, leaves. Interesting. I don't see any other runes though. Huh. Look at that, this hill is still here from last time. How unfortunate. Now we have to climb it. Okay, so we've reached the Rain Lake access fork in the road. So we're gonna head up here. We were going to be heading down there to Brown, but not this trip. Now we're heading here. Rain Lake, here we come. Woo! So, these are the dangers of hiking in this heat, and this is also why we made the decision to cancel the trip and why we're heading out. So, I think we made a very wise decision here. We just need to get them back to the access point where our emergency person is there to pick us up. All right, so we've made it. We've made it to the Rain Lake access trail now. We're right by site 4. We can see Islet Lake on the right and on the left. So now it's going to be 8 kilometers of fairly flat terrain, at least, and not hard to walk. The hills really are affecting Justin. It makes his temperature go up right away, and then he gets sick to his stomach, and so not good. But at least we're here now, and we're a little bit closer to pickup. So here's the view of Islet Lake from the access point. We are actually going to sit here for a few minutes and just take in the view and relax for a little bit, because we've got the bridge crossing to do, which means we have another hill, which, like I was saying, is very hard on Justin right now. So that's what we're going to do. All right, now that the hard part's done, now we're going to walk the rest of the way on fairly flat ground, which I'm sure Justin is very excited about. So it looks like whatever rain was forecast before we came in the park is not going to be an issue at the moment because it's sunny and it doesn't look like rain's coming, so I think we lucked out there. We're on one of those orange tape marked side trails now to go around the wet areas. It looked like it was still wet in there, even though most of the trail is quite dry. So we decided to still take the side trail just to be safe. We are getting our first glimpses of Rain Lake through the trees here, which is a brilliant sight. Means we're a little bit closer. Get Justin into some air conditioning. There it is through the trees. Well, we're getting to the portage into Islet Lake where we sat before. It's right here. So we're going to take a break here for a bit because Justin's stomach was just going on him again, and he really needs to get some water in him. So I'm going to be able to grab some water from here as well. From down there. So there's a nice breeze coming up here. We can sit here. How's that feel, Justin? That breeze
feels good.
Yeah, I bet. Now people do this, carrying canoes and lots of heavy stuff. Kudos to them, because I don't even want to do it with water bottles in my hand. It takes a lot of nerve for these people to be coming through, carrying canoes and stuff. It's crazy. But this is the portage into this lake. Woo-wee. It's very slippery because the sand. It's not so bad once you get around here. Okay, but here is Rain Lake. Beautiful. Looks like somebody's already portaging. Must be at the other lake. But here is this beauty right here. So we're heading that direction. And this is where I'm going to get the water from. All right, we're back on the trail. We had a little bit of a rest. I was able to fill the water, and now we have about 6 kilometers to go to get to the end. And it's 1 o'clock, and our pickup is at 4, so we got 3 hours. But our pickup knows to wait if we're not there. Well, we're still making our way along the Rain Lake access point. We still have about 3 or 4 kilometers to go. But, you know, I kind of wish it was raining, like the forecast said, because I would have cooled it off a little bit. And now we're hitting some of the sunnier spots, and that's really affecting Justin because of that heat. And the last thing he needs right now is heat. So his stomach keeps going on him. But we're gonna have to forge on, that's all we can do. So we should be hopefully at the end in the next couple hours. We are just about done. We're almost at the access point, and we got a little bit of a wait for our ride. We gave lots of time just in case we were a little bit late, but we made pretty good time considering Justin's been throwing up for what, 4 hours now. He can't even really take water because he throws up right away. So I'm glad we're here. And we're coming up to the bridge very, very soon. And then we are done another one of our adventures. It was not quite what we planned in the beginning, but we still had an adventure in the end.
Yeah.
So, still happy we made it out. And we got some good memories, and memories that aren't going to be as good. Maybe traumas, like iced tea, which one? Electrolytes.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a bit of trauma for you from now on.
Yep.
So, but this taught us that August is just too hot for us to be doing this. All right, here's the bridge again. And the views are gorgeous, even though we weren't expecting to see them on this trip. Here we are, up on the bridge. The view that way. You did it, Justin.
I did it.
My goodness, man.
Made it out.
You pushed through. Good on you, man. Well done. That was not an easy trip for you.
Oh, it wasn't?
Nope. So let's look at the beautiful view there. And of course, we're gonna head over there, and hopefully in an hour or so, our rescue will arrive. Rain Lake. Yep. Sit there. Good job, Justin!